Houston, we have a problem. One of the nastiest components, parts of a Skoolie RV bus that could possibly need any work, the sewer septic draining system of a Skoolie. Luckily, we caught it here in LA before we headed off for a 2,500 plus mile Route 66 trip. We have a problem. When we did our test run at the beach, did not notice this, but somehow on the way back, as I'm going to reorganize our chairs, I start finding liquid, very, very stinky liquid, on top of the black tank. Actually, this would be my gray tank here. This over here would be my black tank where the toilet comes down. This is where the shower and the sink empty on. And that is a very strange place to develop stanky gray water. Not what I wanted to be working on days before we head out on this epic trip. I will update you. Diana's been getting involved in this because Yang has been loving it so much. She has added grip tape to the ramps that lead up to the window. She is also building a custom Hopeful screen. We'll debut that later, but now both ramps have grips for her paws and claws to grab into to get up there. She's having no problem. Matter of fact, sometimes she skips it, huh? Sometimes she even skips this ramp. We've seen her jump from the ground to here and then hop all the way up and just avoid this. So I don't know, maybe you don't need it, but it's there. So I started looking into this very smelly problem because once I started opening these bays, there's a couple things going on. There's a couple things. One, the vent stopped working. That's minor. The vent is very important so that when we flush the toilet, we don't smell it. Now, we do have a P-trap in the sink area. We have a P-trap in the shower, but still, there was some issues going on. And that's because we had a failed vent, completely unrelated to the current issue that I'm talking about right now. But this is the vent where you can now see that I have cut off the failed vent, and I just put screen mesh with some zip ties. So if that's not venting properly, then it's going to find another way to vent. So hopefully that fixed that problem. But down here at the gray tank, let me show you what's going on here. This is the sink. See it coming downhill into this right here? Well, let me move this propane tank actually. All right, see all that shiny, yummy stuff over there? Well, look at this, guys. There we go, completely off. The glue failed. So it's been 9 months since Billy and I put this together. I have checked all those other ones and they're all fine. It is just this problem right here. So before we leave, I'm gonna solve this right away. I actually think it has something to do with these bolts here. Because if you see, if I try to bypass that bolt right there, watch. Now it's sitting right. See how it's sitting right? But it vibrates up like this, and then we have an issue. So I am going to sand this off. I've got primer and pipe cement, and we're gonna redo this pipe connection before we leave. And then also, so that this doesn't happen and pop up again, I got some water heater strap. I'm gonna strap around this. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna bolt it into this treated 2x8. 2x8? Yeah, 2x8 here. Kind of pull this down and keep that from happening again since it's already happened once. I always overdo my repairs a little bit so that the same thing doesn't happen. But we have closed off the sink inside. This is to remind Diana and I, since yesterday, to not use the sink. Luckily, we do still have access to the house, which is still technically on the market. We'll see here. And then I put a little bit of tape right there so I don't put any more water down these drains to keep that section of pipe clear. So I got a sand sponge here with a couple different fine papers on it. I got the kit with the purple primer and the red hot blue glue, same stuff that Billy used in Mississippi. So now I have my own. This actually, I'm not going to be using this. Well, I will let you know. I did get this originally to the, this Flex. You see the commercials, Flex Seal, the liquid rubber in a can. I'm not going to be using this for this repair, but I may use it for something else. I've always been very curious about this stuff because it's simple to travel with in a can, and if you have some sort of a leak somewhere, you just spray it on, and it's an instant rubber sealer up to, I forget how many pounds. You can apply it wet, like if you have a pipe that bursts, and it's flexible, so it's made for the road. Now, we're not going to be using this because you guys saw, I can literally see what the problem is by just doing a little bit of investigating. We can fix this problem right and make sure that it's fixed right. But I'm not going to return this can. I'm going to use it for something else on the road. Oh, and this is the, I guess it's not water heater strap. Look at that. It's actually interlocking hanger strap. Actually, this was in the plumbing aisle. I'll bet you this is exactly, I'm using it for what it was for. It's for hanging pipes. Like for hanging pipes under your house, under the floor in the basement. That's literally what we're using it for. So I got the right stuff. And it's 10 feet. I'm only going to use 2 or 3 feet on this project. So we'll have some extra in case there's another place we need to hang some pipe with some hanger strap. And then lastly, I got a glass scraper. I've just been using a knife for certain stuff, but now I have an actual tool that holds the blade so I don't cut my finger, because later today, stick around to the end, up front I'm going to be taking off all these red decals for fire extinguisher, I hate reading body fluid all the time. So, and then also, hopefully, we can figure out a way to unmount that first aid kit. That is the original bus first aid kit, and I want to see if there's anything in there or what needs to be replaced in there so we have a full first aid kit. We got our road flares there, and we got a fire extinguisher can right there, but that's not important right this second. First up, we need to fix this pipe and fix it the right way. Remember too that when you're working on buses, nothing is like building codes and stuff like that. So, you know, there's gonna be surprises. And it still kind of surprises me that this took 9 months for this to fail. And I still think I know why it failed. It's because of that bolt right there, applying that downward force. Yeah, it's a poopy situation, and it sucks. It's something else I can't control, but that's just the way of the bus life. At least I can control my privacy online. Want to thank my video sponsor. Thank you, CyberGhost VPN, once again, for sponsoring today's video. I am one of 38 million users worldwide, and they have over 20,000 excellent reviews on Trustpilot. It is absolutely one of the best VPNs out there. Real quick, let me tell you why I use CyberGhost VPN on all of my devices. In case you didn't know, the internet is full of shady sites and trackers. So online safety is also something that I do not take lightly. That is why you need a trusted VPN. CyberGhost routes your traffic through a secure, encrypted tunnel, keeping your IP hidden and your data private. You might think browsing in incognito mode is enough, but it's not. Your internet service provider, your school or work's IT department, your campground Wi-Fi, they can all track every move online. To stop this, simply turn on CyberGhost VPN before you browse. I have it on my MacBook and my iPhone, and it'll work on up to 7 devices. CyberGhost has servers in over 100 countries. Let it pick the best, or select whichever one you want, which is what I like to do to unlock shows and series on Amazon Prime and Netflix to unlock those geo restrictions. Or right before you book a vacation here in the United States, switch it to a different country and you'll get a whole different list of great deals. Hey, use my link in the video description below this video to get 84% off and 4 months free. Enjoy a 45-day money-back guarantee. That's just $2.03 a month. It's completely risk-free, so check it out today, guys. Link in the video description below, and thanks again, CyberGhost VPN, for sponsoring this video. Hey, at least it's not the black tank, right? It's the gray tank. All right, let's get some primer in there. And some Red Hog glue that happens to not be red, but is in fact blue. And then, just like that. So if you know me by now, you know I pretty much don't half-ass anything anymore. Once something ever broke on my motorhome, I would fix it, and I would like make it industrial strength fixed. Because I don't want to just fix it like a little bit 10 more times. I don't want it to come back. So I've got this strapped with the strapper stuff, and then I used You can use this Flex Seal. It says every 10 minutes you can put a new coat on it, but you do have to let it cure for 24 to 48 hours before you put liquid through anything. So we're going to have to keep the sink out of commission for a little while. I mean, guys, I'm like turning it into complete rubber. I've also got my shop towels on the other side soaking up all the gray water on top there. So we're going to be without a sink for 2 days, and that's okay. I'm just going to keep adding. We're just going to completely rubberize everything going into the tank. How about that? So I'll just keep doing that, and I'll work on my next project up front in the bus. I'm going to clean this area up. I already removed the 2 green nylon folders that the buses kept for their students. So I'm going to start removing some of this vinyl decals just to clean up the front look here a little bit. So I have stopped recording after easily removing the decals from the glass here, and I tried to remove just the B in body, and of course it took the paint with it. So guess what? Even if I remove all these, you're literally still gonna read the words that I don't want to read. Look, I guess we're just gonna have to paint this up here. Dang it. Yeah, I may just have to whip out the turquoise paint and primer and paint this. Either that, or I could go for some of this leftover beige color of the cabinets here. That way it's not all turquoise up here. I'll have to decide. But either way, I still gotta remove these decals so that I can sand it and make it a flush surface. I'm just bummed out about that. Stripping, it's just taking the paint right off. Go figure. Okay, I'll try to take down as many of these stickers as I can though, and then we'll open that mystery first aid kit in there. Just make sure I do it right, okay, because I don't want to do it wrong. You wanted to get the camera? Yeah, still a couple letters are doing it. Not as bad, but I mean, I'm trying not to like carve into it. Like I'm trying to just go on the surface of the vinyl and then peel the rest, and that's keeping a lot of the paint from not going.
So you think you were too rough on it over here?
I may have just started a little too rough. Because when you work with glass, see, mind. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just certain letters. Oh my gosh! Okay, turn that off. I got as much as I could, guys. I did get a few of these stickers at least over there. And this big guy here took all the paint with it. I mean, I will say at least now I don't just constantly see body fluid. You know, like, yeah. But I'm still going to prime it and paint it. And I'm going to try to carefully go around the important stuff like the engine and transmission information. I guess there's some important stuff up there too. I did cut myself, so just still couldn't... keep from injuring myself with a razor blade. So yeah, let me whip up some primer first, and then we'll get this painted and looking a little better. Yeah, I always watch 2.5 Men in the background. Not really even just to watch, just to have something going. Got the white primer put on there, and I'm gonna let it dry tonight, and then decide tomorrow what color. I really can't decide because these aren't part of the wall. And that's an actual wall, so I feel like continuing the turquoise theme might be better. You know, we got the door, you know, the walls are turquoise, and I don't know. I want to think about this one overnight. Can't do anything anyways. I got to let that dry. So let's pry this open and see if we can get into that first aid kit. Got it, guys. So the reason I couldn't get it off, I couldn't figure it out. It was just a little bit of Velcro on the bottom. So I'm trying to pull it up because I see these screw holes on top right there. And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously you just need to pull it up and then it would come off, and that wasn't working. I couldn't slide this whole thing up, and it was because this tiny little strip of Velcro. So I started pulling from the bottom just to see what would happen, and I started hearing the actual Velcro back there. So, you guys ready for this? It's heavy, just so you know. Oh my gosh, it's complete. I think it's actually, oh, you know what it probably should have is scissors. Look at this, first aid wall chart. Everything is sealed. Bandage, compress, gauze, compress. Nothing has been opened. Look, the original gloves. Purple latex gloves. What's this? A mouth-to-mouth barrier. Oh, wow! A mouth-to-mouth barrier so you don't have to kiss dudes if you help revive them. That's cool. There's some tape in there. Look, Band-Aids. A whole box. There's the scissors. It does have the original scissors. And that is also brand new sealed. So how about that? We got a nice first aid kit. That's a lot of compresses. I don't know if we need that many. I might take out like half of them and put in like some triple antibiotic and maybe some Pepto-Bismol or, I don't know, some tweezers maybe. I might just change this up just a little bit. But I'm glad it's fully intact. What's that say? Oh, that's the inventory from, I think that says CM. First aid kit contains. There's everything that the kit contains. That's really cool. What a neat little gift for my used school bus here. All right, moment of truth. I'm gonna run out there and check it out. I hear it. Guess what, guys? We're good. We are good. All right, just got done. Finished. Painting turquoise. Yeah, I went with turquoise. Opie helped me pick the color. Right, Opie? Yep. Gizmo, did you help? Yep. Yep, we went with turquoise. I think it looks great. I think that just ties everything together really, really well there. Paint's still dry in there, and I did leave all of the important information in those pieces of paper there so I can still see it. I'm going to do something with those two wires right there. Right now I just painted them turquoise, but I've got some of those caps that you put on them to hide those. Yeah, that is just a huge improvement over the, again, I'll show you the before picture below this so you can see what it looked like before. Slowly this bus is not looking like school bus anymore, and I'm okay with that. But we do have the original school bus windows here, completely functional, with screens, obviously. So, last step, I did get some Purple Power degreaser to test this. Many people said this is what I need to get the exhaust diesel off of the side of the trailer. So I'll be working on this off camera, but I think that's going to wrap up this video as far as projects. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out, guys. Another fun project done. I'll keep an eye on the gray stuff under there, see if I need to touch it up, add any more to it, or make any other changes. So I'll be testing the sink out a lot more just to make sure. And then once we get on the road, I also feel like the vent, as the tires are moving, that's going to create air, just like a vent on the roof. You know, when you're driving on the highway, it's creating air, so that's going to help pull from the tank. Well, I believe that as the tires are spinning, I don't think we're going to smell anything inside the bus as we're traveling. Hopefully, we will have to test that out. And then also coming up soon, got Trailer Swift right there on the other side of the gate over there. Need to pull the bus out, reverse the bus, pull the trailer out, and test fit the Street Glide, make sure the Street Glide fits, and I will also be working on continuing to organize the trailer. So, guys, be well. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to click that link in the video description to get the best deal on CyberGhost VPN exclusively for my viewers on this channel. It's going to keep all your data safe and unlock that blog content, all for just $2.03 a month. Completely risk-free. Try it out today, and thanks again, CyberGhost VPN, for sponsoring this video and keeping the dream alive. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.